Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is well and you've enjoyed your wonderful half term in the sunshine and you're all feeling really relaxed and ready for the final 7 weeks of the school term. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Miss Lawson and I'm here to bring you a very special assembly this week. It is June and with that comes International Pride Month. Now, you may be thinking this actually isn't something that you need to be worrying about. However, Pride was obviously originally founded in the 1960s to show cohesion, unity, raise awareness, show acceptance to people with the LGBTQ community. We at Samuel Ward are a community. We are a team together. And so therefore I'm calling upon every single one of you to kind of think about your, this month essentially and how we kind of interact with our peers. Now, when you are at Samuel Ward, you're not just here to learn your core subjects and, to choose German or French or so on. You're here to essentially, you've been given the power to make your world a better place. Every single person that's watching this, you have the power in your hands. And you're hopefully, by the time you leave Samuel Ward, you will be powerful, you'll be tolerant, you'll be respectful, and you'll be hopeful, and you'll create a world for yourselves and your children and their children to make the world a better place. Now, it's whether it's the school that you start off with, and then it's Haverhill, and then it's Suffolk, and then it's the whole entire world. You have the power to show more tolerance and respect to every single person, regardless of their ethnicity or their religion or their sexuality or the gender. You have the power to change the world. Now, Samuel Ward is a fantastic school. I wouldn't want to work anywhere else. It's the best school I've ever worked in. However, even when I'm walking up and down the corridor, I still hear things that are said probably without very much thought, actually. Very, very few instances of being deliberately, mean to people. But one of the main things I hear is "that's so gay." Now, obviously, being old, I used to say "that's rubbish," and more recently you'd say "that's trash." And it really, when people say "that's so gay," that's essentially what you're saying. You might not think about it, you might not think about the implications. But the thing is, there's going to be someone listening to that who's thinking actually to be gay is to be trash, it's to be rubbish, it's to be nothing. And so we'd like us to really call upon here at Samuel Ward for us to change our terminology and change our language and really think about how it must make someone else feel. Being gay is not a choice, okay? There are scientific studies to show that actually it's biological, it's created in you. You can't wake up one day and automatically choose to be gay. There's nothing you can do to prevent it necessarily. There's no kind of conversion, there's no therapies. You are who you are. No one's going to wake up and essentially inherently choose a harder way of life. It's only harder because of other people's conceptions and preconceptions about it. It's only harder because of what people say. And actually no one's going to actually make themselves feel different. So with that in mind, if we can't change who people are, then actually the only thing we can do is to accept them and just like them for who they are as a person, regardless of their sexuality or gender or their skin colour. It's exactly the same. You can't choose your skin colour, you can't choose your ethnicity, you can't choose where you were born. And so therefore we're just going to create this wonderful community where we're all just accepting and respectful of other people's differences. When you think about how your words might make someone feel, you might not see the bigger picture of how that child may go home and start kind of feeling terrible about themselves. One student says, "I felt like whatever I was doing was worthless. Even if I did well in school, it wouldn't matter to people because all they would care about is me being gay." And so it's really, really hard in today's society, essentially in 2021, within Haverhill, within a school. No one wants to feel different. No one wants to feel isolated. You try to get the same kind of trainers. You might want to have the same hairstyle. You might want to make sure you follow a popular football team. And it's exactly the same. No one really wants to kind of feel isolated and different. However, our words can change and how, accepting other people for their differences can make them feel included. One example, a famous example, is that of the Welsh rugby player Gareth Thomas, who came out at the age of 36 as gay. Now, he had held this secret on with him for 36 years. It tormented him. It made him feel very mentally unwell. He said that was a secret he had protected with his life, he recalls, with a grimace. "It was my life. At the time I was emotionally drained and tired of living. I was tired of simply waking up every single day." That's someone who is 6'3", almost 17 stone. He's played for his country. He's typically in a very masculine kind of dominated sport. And he had this one secret where he felt he just couldn't share, and he felt emotionally and mentally drained. When he finally had the courage to come out, his teammates supported him and accepted him. They shrugged their shoulders and they said, you know what, you're a great rugby player, you've played for your country, you're a great friend, we accept you, it doesn't matter. And with that comes his revelation that actually you look at the bottom, it says, but when they do accept you, you look back and you think, my God, all these moments, those near-death experiences, all of this for a very normal moment. And it should be a normal moment. It shouldn't be anything different. It should just accept people. This is where I'm calling upon you, every single person, every single student. We are a team, okay? We can be those teammates. So when we have a friend or someone in our class or someone in our form comes to us and it comes out, we don't judge them. We accept them and we provide tolerance and a safe space for them. And what we do judge people on, and what we should judge on, not trainers, not religion, not ethnicity. Are they a nice person? Are they a nice person? Do they treat us well? Are they a kind person? Actually, that is what's most important about someone. It's not about their sexuality or gender. That's just a small part about someone. So I'm calling upon you to be those teammates, just like Gareth Thomas had, and you can change people's lives and the perceptions of who they are. Now, he has talked about tired of living and kind of those words that make us feel terrible, because we know, unfortunately, that students and young people under the age of 25 are more likely to suffer from suicide and self-harm. Mental health rates are dire within the community because people say and do mean things. Our school community does have a set of core values. If you want to go and look at what they are, they're on the Samuel Ward website. But essentially, we need to be courageous, inclusive, respectful and fair. Everyone in school, staff and students, should feel safe and valued. We are fantastic at Samuel Ward. Every single person here is, very kind of kind on the whole. And we as staff, we want to make sure that everyone feels included, regardless of their SEN status, their religion, where they've come from, which part of town they live in, what trainers you're wearing. We want to make sure that everyone feels valued. We also know that people who are part of the community may not have anyone they can talk to at home, which can make them feel really isolated, especially with lockdown. People being at home and kind of those thoughts and feelings are inside them and they don't know what to do with it. So with this in mind, to be able to prevent people from self-harming and feeling very isolated and bullied and alone, we have received a substantial amount of funding which will help support guys from the LGBTQ community. But also it's going to provide training for 12 members of staff they're essentially like first aiders. They're going to kind of be there to offer support and guidance and advice. If you do need to be able to talk to someone, we're going to have those 12 members of staff very visible for you to be able to go to talk to. We've also come up with a social and support group which runs on a Friday for those people that are part of the community, but also their friends and their friends who are straight allies. And I'm going to get onto the subject of allies in a minute, but it's not just parts of the community that go into this support group. It's for everyone who just wants to build a really inclusive and wonderful, respectful atmosphere. Just as it is for the Pride Month, just as we've seen since the 1960s, we create that every Friday because everyone feels valued and respected regardless of their gender, regardless of their sexuality. How to be an ally? It's a good question. Ally is a bit of a strange word. It basically means to be a respectful friend. So you can support people that are around you who need you most. Okay, so as a school community at Samuel Ward and within Unity Trust, we believe that everyone deserves to be supported and respected. Every single person that's watching this that might feel like they're different in some way, we will support you and respect you. And it's not only that, it's a UK law. Okay, so the UK law, states that no matter what your ethnicity, your religion, your family background, your sexuality, everyone deserves to be equally treated. And so with that in mind, I'm calling upon every single one of you to use those core values that we've seen on the school website that we are trying to kind of adhere to and manifest every single day, to show integrity and compassion. Think about the words that you use. Like I said, many of those words that we just say without really thinking have such a huge impact on those people that are watching and listening. This is your perfect example to seek out an English teacher and further your vocabulary. So instead of saying that's so gay, say it's dire, say it's awful, come up with some better vocabulary. It will help you in your exams in the long run too. Show wisdom and responsibility. Learn more about LGBTQ youth experiences and older, because that's the only way that you're going to develop kind of empathy and sympathy and be able to understand how isolating and how vulnerable it can make a student or a young person feel. Be courageous. Every single person within the Samuel Ward Academy is courageous. You've just gone through a lockdown, okay? It's not been easy to get back into the swing of things and to, everything you've faced. Now, I know that you've all got courage, but I'm asking you now, if you ever hear anything, if you ever see anything that brings you concern or worry about yourself or a friend, staff member or whatever, be courageous. Go and see your head of year, go and see your year team, see me, and report it, because that's the only way that we're going to make a safer and better school and a better community. And like I said, it's going to kind of feather out into the Haverhill, into Suffolk, into the world, and you're going to make a better world for yourselves and for your children and their children. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to come and find me, or like I said, go to your head of year for support. Those 12 members of staff will be visible to you if you do have any concerns. But I'm talking to the allies here that are not part of the community, but would still like to lend their supporting hand and to make sure that our Samuel Ward, we are the very best school that we can be. I hope everyone has a lovely week.